Track Wrestling here at Hard Knocks 365 in Fort Lauderdale, Florida with Minnesota 141-pounder Mitch McKee, a couple days out from the South Beach Duels. Man, it seems like wasn't that long ago you were just a freshman. This thing has kind of gone by in a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts leading up to the last 3 months of your college career here?
I guess for me, just since the start of this season, just not looking too far ahead. I think that's been my best part about this season so far, the first half at least. Just taking it 1 week at a time and enjoying the week, enjoying the training leading up to the tournament, enjoying the coming to a gym like this down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and getting to train here and losing the weight, even though some people in years past it sucked, but just enjoying those kind of things and since it's your last time doing all of them. So I think that's the biggest thing for me, is just not looking far ahead. Like I'm not looking, I'm not even thinking about any of the Big Ten things we have going on, coming up. It's just this weekend and what it has to offer, and what I can get out of it.
What does it take to appreciate the tough parts that come along with this?
I don't know. I think being like kind of your last time doing it, it's you learn to appreciate it, I guess. As you're younger, it's one of those things that sucks, and maybe just age too, just getting older and realizing like doing it smarter, and just knowing how much your body loses per workout, and just everything just kind of that factors into it. Just I don't worry about it anymore. It's not really a thing that it concerns me or keeps me up at night about how much I'm over or whatever. But just enjoying, the spar. I just got done with Carson, and having fun with that, and trying some new technique in there and working on stuff, and enjoying that and getting better at the same time.
How are you different as a wrestler versus your freshman year?
Smarter about everything. I think before I used to think it was just about like wrestling, where it's about everything that goes in, everything, and because your daily life, you may train 2-3 hours of the day or more, but there's a lot of other hours in the day. So I think being mindful of those other hours and what you get out of them and what you do with them is a big deal. And I think at a younger age, you just kind of got done with your workout, and then you just went and did whatever you wanted. Go get a Mountain Dew, or just eat junk food, stay up late playing PlayStation or whatever, But now, just being mindful of all those other things that contribute to being a good wrestler.
Coach Akam talked about you being a lot more basic this year, and obviously, like, you've got a lot of explosive stuff, some stuff that's dangerous. How do you walk the line between balancing where maybe they want you to be, where he wants you to be maybe a little bit more basic, versus what has made you dangerous in the past?
I think, like this summer we worked a lot on basic defense, which, I've only given up like 5 takedowns all year, and 4 were in the finals at Vegas. So I think being more basic with my defense and not falling over the top, and not always going to a front head pinch and not always going for a big move, but hitting it when it's there. We talked more about hitting it later in matches, or when it really presents itself, not trying to force it. So I think that's, in the past, I've tried to force it sometimes and given up points doing that, and now it's more being basic and then let them be basic and then let them get out of position where I can now hit it, not force it right away while they're still in good position.
What were the major takeaways from Vegas? You had some nice wins out there. You mentioned the match against Pletcher in the finals, where you gave up 4 takedowns. What kind of feelings did you walk away from out of there?
It felt good, but again, losing in the finals, I feel like I didn't wrestle the best I could have in the finals, and as good as I was wrestling in that tournament leading up to then. But I'll wrestle them again here in the future and have time to work on some stuff. And I thought it was a good tournament. I got some good wins in the quarters and semis and stuff, and really, I guess, was working on my new style I'm developing, and felt like I was really executing it really good in those first two quarter semis, and then when the finals came, I kind of stopped sprawling, I guess. I just just working on. I didn't just keep working every week. I mean, I like to kind of erase everything that happened in the past and just focus on the week ahead, not the past, because whatever's right in front of you is all you can control, nothing behind you or far ahead. But
having your brother in the lineup, does that do anything for you? Positive, negative? Are you able to compartmentalize what you have to do?
Yeah. Honestly, I think it's funny actually. Up in like this season wrestling, it's been our first time since high school, and it's obviously a lot different in high school because you're beating up on kids a lot worse. It's not close matches every single time, but whether he wins or loses, it kind of gets me ready for my match. If he gets a big win or guts out a good win, gets me fired up for my match. If he loses, it kind of gets me pissed off for my match and ready to go. So I think either way, it kind of gets me focused and ready to my match. And it's nice having that one match in between where I can get my warm up in and get ready for myself too, but still be able to watch him compete as well.
Guy you've had a lot of epic matches with in the past, Cade Brock. He's been dealing with coming back from a knee injury. Hopefully you get one more scrap with him. If he's able to make it back, you get one more scrap.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's planning to come back.
I think so. I think that's, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, we can get one more at NCAAs or something. I'm sure I don't know what his plan is for the future, but I'm sure we'll wrestle again in the future as well. So I don't think it comes down to this year. I think there'll be a couple more years depending on what he's doing, but we'll see. Hopefully, we can get one more in.
What have made those matches fun?
I think just coming into them, every time it's going to be a fun match. And it's going to be a battle. And for me personally, I know I'm always going to keep myself in it where I always have a chance to win no matter what's going on. Just because we've had these battles where they've been so close every single time. So I think that's the biggest thing. It's just, it's exciting to wrestle good guys too. Just any good guy, I love wrestling good competition. It's a lot more fun gritting out a takedown right at the end against a good opponent than not as good opponent. You barely beat them, or you beat up on them and people expected you to do that. So it's a lot more fun, and love those battles against good guys like that.
This is year 3 for you, the South Beach Duels, year 3 for you coming down here. What do you enjoy about this?
Getting out of the cold, even though it's not really that cold in Minnesota right now, it's like 40, but getting out of the cold and just, the humidity is a little different than it is in Minnesota right now. Go from cracked, dry lips to the humid weather down here, but I think it's just a good mid-season kind of, not necessarily break because we're still wrestling, but just a little a wrestler vacation basically, where you still wrestle a little tournament, but you get to be down in the sun and in some warm weather.
This is going to end for you. College is going to end in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
NCAA championships there at US Bank Stadium. Is it building the excitement for it? Can you sense that the community up there is excited about this tournament? You get a lot of comments about it.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a lot of people ask me, since my senior year, it's ended in Minneapolis. But like I said, I forget a lot of times it's in Minneapolis this spring because I don't really even try to think about it. I think I visualize wrestling at it, but I don't, I sit down and visualize, wrestling matches at the tournament, but I don't try to think about the little things too much, like where it's at. I just, like I said, I'm focused on this weekend, and once this weekend's done, I'll get ready for the next weekend. But I am really excited for it, just because of how much my family can be there, and growing up in Minnesota, going to all the Gopher duels since I was in, I don't know, 3rd grade, whatever grade I was in. I've went to at least 5 probably a year since 3rd grade, and or however many home duels they had every year, and just seeing all, having all the people that I watched before me probably come and watch me now, and all my family will be there. I'll have family flying in from Ohio, and just all, well, most of my family's in Minnesota, but there's a few from Ohio flying out, and so it'll be a lot of fun.
You a Vikings fan?
Yeah.
Have you been to any games this fall?
No, not this fall. Usually I go once a year. My uncle has season tickets, so I'll go. Me and Pat go with him once a year. So I'm sure I guess this next weekend would be the Or is it this weekend? This weekend's the last home.
So
yeah, no, I never went to one this year, but I went to one last year. I went to the Bengals game. I remember the Bengals game where they beat them like 52 to something, where Teddy Bridgewater came back after his knee injury. I went to that one. That was a cool game. But yeah, I go there probably about once a year.
You picture the mats out down there? Part of the visualization.
Yep. Yeah, like I saw a picture of the Final Four for basketball.
Yeah.
And that's what I kind of use as my visualization for the mats, what they'll look like, when I step out there. And I think it'll be a lot of fun, wrestling there, obviously. And I do think a little bit about it, but not too much.